Welcome to old age. The woman I shall become will be quite different from the woman I am now. Another I is beginning, and so far I have not had to complain of her. George Sand from Isadora, Volume 2. I am concerned about my health. A young man walks up to you in the park and looks you square in the eye. You got a dime, he says? Sure. Reach down into your change purse and slowly sort through the loose change. It's getting hard to discriminate the sizes and shapes of the coins these days. You finally find one that feels like a dime. You reach out and hand it to the young man, who looks at you quizzically. The time keeps saying. Your hearing is beginning to go. Fart. More health. It's a beautiful sunny day. There is a lot of outside work that needs to be done. Yeah, alert, and I'm going to do it myself. Try to do the work too quickly. It's hard to do the type of work you used to do, and as a result you get tired long before the job is done. Save some work for tomorrow. A wise choice. What's heavy, right? And only show when physical spheres rise. Yeah. Hearts. You've been thinking about calling up an old friend for an afternoon cup of coffee. Perhaps you can catch up with one another since you've been so out of touch. You hunt for a number, then dial it carefully. It's so hard to see those small numbers sometimes. The voice on the other end sounds foreign. For a moment you wonder who it could be. Probably a relative. When you ask your friend, there's a long pause. That woman passed on about 4 years ago, he says. I'm sorry. By now, news like this is becoming routine. You spend the morning contemplating your own life and fragility. Pick myself up. This is difficult, but in this phase of life, very necessary. You are a survival-oriented individual. It is easy to give in to depression and despair in this phase of life. Your positive attitude will keep you healthy and vital. Husband, that's experience. You and Rock have had a good marriage up until this point. The local paper sings you out as couple of the year and sends you on a vacation cruise around the world. Bon voyage. Sweet. Time to schedule a visit with your dentist. Alright. You have an excellent checkup. Your teeth are often a reflection of your general health, which in your case is very good. It wasn't last time. Let's have another experience. None that I can do right now. Sweet. You are very bored and the weather outside is just a bit nippy. Think that you would like to treat yourself to a small but refreshing shopping spree. The idea seems like a worthwhile way of getting exercise. Although you live quite a distance from the store, the walk should get your blood moving. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, what would you like to go shopping for? How about presents for friends? That's the spirit. I'm sure you'll be quite pleased with whatever you purchase. You feel limber and refreshed. Your shopping trip is great fun. One of the salespeople comments on how wonderful you look. That's right, because I do look wonderful. Look at my stats. I'm not as calm as I used to be, apparently. Whatever. I'm just saving up for that plane. What? Oh, it's time for another medical checkup. I just saw the choices. That's weird. The doctor is happy to see you. He likes you because you're such a good patient, and the two of you make small talk for a little while. He gives you the usual checkup. The results suggest the following. You seem to be in fine shape. The doctor asks you some cursory questions about your lifestyle and your eating habits and sends you on your way. Hooray! You are walking up the front walk when suddenly the phone rings. You have been expecting an important call, and this could be it. You take your steps one at a time with a short rest after every third step. Am I really that old? You have learned to do things in this fashion by now. Individuals who survived this long have developed an adaptive style of living, emphasizing safety and control. You get to the top of the stairs and the phone is still ringing. You must search for your keys. Unfortunately, by the time you get through the door, the phone stops ringing. If it is unimportant, they will call back. Word. You have just read an article in the paper about the importance of making out a last will and testament. In pondering the article, you wonder if you should do yours. Yeah. Now's your chance to get even, right? Only kidding. Who's going to get your major possessions? I guess my husband. When your will is read, how would you like it to be done? No, yeah, lawyer. That's fine. The traditional approach, very classy. While you're turning the pages of a newspaper one morning, you notice that your fingers feel stiff. There are sharp pains shooting up the backs of your fingers and hands. Dang! Doctor tells you that the stiffness in your joints is arthritis. It will affect you most when the weather is damp or when you have just awakened in the morning. There's nothing that can cure it, but sometimes aspirin helps. This kind of ache is something that you'll have to tolerate almost every day now. You wake up as you have gotten used to waking up slowly and carefully, and prepare to face the day. Yeah. Sounds like a terrific idea. What will you do? Hey friend. Your desire to socialize and keep active sets a good example to others around you. They see you as vital and independent. Can I have another husband experience? Nope. Driving the car one day, he noticed the turn seemed particularly sharp and treacherous. Whatever, I don't care. No, I'm going to be careful. I'm going to slow down. I'm old. My reflexes aren't as sharp as they used to be, you know? Driving used to be a natural thing, but now it requires every bit of concentration I can muster, because I'm so old. I finally get the car under control at what I feel like is a safe speed when, a young man just honks at me. He tailgates and screams in a loud voice. Just let him pass. He zooms by you at what must be an incredible speed. You wonder, why do these young people do such dangerous things? I used to be fucking reckless. The Community Council is searching for a senior member of the community to help fund, sponsor, and direct a community art auction for the benefit of some local charities. The project leader will have to donate about $10,000 in resources. Sure. Your social skills are extremely well developed. You use them to motivate community participation. You quickly become a local celebrity and a heroine to the recipients of the charity funds. You are given a special award by the mayor, which reads, "With great appreciation for outstanding community service and striving toward the enhancement of the lives of others." It's about time to get a medical checkup. Let's do this. Perhaps you have the philosophy that staying alive long enough to live for another checkup is proof of another battle won. The doctor is young and intelligent looking. He checks your eyes, your tongue, your heart, and your limbs. There seems to be a slight difficulty with your heart. The doctor would like to admit you to the hospital for some tests. Once in the hospital, the tests show that you are experiencing some minor respiratory problems from old age. Your doctor prescribes some light exercise to help build up your heart and lungs. While you're sitting at home, preparing a list of what needs to be done this week, your doorbell rings. It is your young neighbor, Julie Wharton. She came over to ask for some cooking advice, but you can see that there's something troubling her. Hey, is anything wrong? Julia looks up at you, and her eyes fill with tears. Her husband Bob just confessed that he once had an affair. He felt terribly guilty about it and wanted to tell her so that she wouldn't find out in a way that would hurt her more. She asked for your advice about what to do. That doesn't... what? Meh. It's hard to help someone make a decision as important as this. Giving her a direct piece of advice might not work very well. You offer some kind words of sympathy and a few tales from your own experience. She sees you as kind and wise. Julie is still upset when she leaves, but feels much better than before. I would suspect. On occasion, you must rely on a public bus to get you to and from the places you want to go. Today the bus is particularly crowded, and you have to stand. You find an open area toward the back of the bus, where there is room to grasp a strong steel pole that extends from the floor of the bus to the ceiling. Your fingers wrap around the pole tightly. A fall could mean a broken hip, or worse. As the bus moves, the shock of the gentle bumps is absorbed by your feet, knees, and legs. There is some discomfort. As a result, you lean forward slightly so you can take some of the pressure off your lower body. Your back begins to ache. A little girl with chestnut-colored hair and freckles, about 8 years old, has been watching you, wide-eyed, for the past 5 minutes. Not long ago, her mother whispered something in her ear, to which she looked up frightened and shook her head no. After watching you a bit longer, she gets up from her seat, brushes it off with her tiny hand, and steps outside, motioning you to sit down. Hey, thank you. You realize that accepting the seat is a sign of neither personal nor emotional weakness. It is a simple fact of life. This child is young, and in many ways stronger than you are. She doesn't need the seat. As you sit, the relief spreads rapidly through your body, though soon your joints will begin to stiffen in this seated position. The child is looking at you with great relief on her face, too. Alright, last one. I hope I don't die on this one. At a family gathering, you notice a table with some sweet cordials. You'd think it might be a good idea to go over and sample some of them, maybe loosen up and enjoy the party a bit. No. You're not interested because you're afraid of how it might affect your behavior? No, I'm not interested because I'm afraid of how it might affect my health. Well, you must have your reasons then. And I just told you. Alright. Well, try one more husband experience. No. Okay. No. Leave this icon. Check the stats again. Smart, friendly, very confident, gentle, pretty happy, pretty thoughtful. Okay. Cool. Time to die. After a long but very relaxing day, with a deep sigh you climb into bed and sink into the warm, cushiony fabric. As you drift off, feelings of intense serenity and well-being overwhelm you. Pleasant images of childhood visit sweet memories of mom and dad, school, and growing up. The memories flash by your mind's eye with startling reality. The smell of school on your first day, the flowers your boyfriend brought you on your first date. You recall places you haven't visited for years in picture-perfect detail. Friends and neighbors who have gone on to greet you. They are filled with excitement to see you, though you soon realize they are not communicating their joy in words. It's almost as if this will go on forever. Thank you for playing Alter Ego. Yeah! I like choice of games, and I would recommend playing them all if you have the time. But yeah, that's old, and it's Scooby-Doo. That didn't make any sense. And I'm not talking about the Scooby-Doo part. I mean, that was the female playthrough. I didn't get as much dick as I wanted, but maybe I should have been more reckless. Maybe I should have cheated with that young guy from the dry cleaners. Who knows? Could have spiced up my life. Anyway, I'll try to pick out something new. I think I have something on deck. Pretty sure. Anyway, bye.